Hi everybody. Normally I would have a picture of the album or DVD or artist that we are covering, but when I went to put the picture of the BBC concert sleeve for the Neil Young BBC concert from 1971, I I realized that it was not the right show, so we will not be having a picture of uh, the album art for this review. So I apologize. Hey everybody, we're gonna continue our look at Neil Young's Harvest record with our look at the 1971 BBC concert. Um, This was a concert that was shot for BBC television over in England. Um, and Neil was one of the many artists that had done concerts in this series. I believe the series was called um, In Concert, and it was rather funny. I was watching it last night because this was the first time I was able to see this show in its entirety. Um, and it was funny because it was called Neil Young in Concert. Neil Young sings songs of Neil Young or something like that. So it was kind of repetitive. And and this is a solo show. He doesn't have any band. He just plays guitar, harmonica, and piano. And actually, this was one of the first. Um, and he even says it on the DVD. This was one of the first shows that he played harmonica on because um, because he just started playing harmonica, and shortly before this show, because I know the Massey Hall show, which we will be reviewing a little farther down the road, he uh, is shortly before this, and so he wasn't playing harmonica in this in at Massey, and this is a fairly short show. It's 32 minutes to be exact, um, and there's about 15 numbers, counting the introductions, because for some reason they have the introductions separated into their own tracks. So it's like a song introduction, and then it would move on to the next. It would go on to the song would be its own track. But and like I said, this was recorded during the making of Harvest, and so there's the bulk of the material is Harvest material, and this is uh, one of the first shows from '71 where he doesn't do Heart of Gold and A Man Needs a Maid together in medley format. By this time, he had I think he had recorded Heart of Gold, or was getting ready to record Heart of Gold, and so he was already doing it on guitar and harmonica. So the um, arrangement was pretty well fleshed out, and because in the early, in earlier shows from this period, he was doing it on guitar or on piano in medley format with A Man Needs a Maid. Um, but and um, and he is quite talkative on this, as he is at every show. He he is quite talkative, and he tells some pretty funny stories. Like he has two cups of, I'm assuming, water on his piano, and he calls them dual BBC cups, like like dual mufflers on a car or something. But like I said, the bulk of the material is from Harvest, and he opens and this is the first time I've ever had a video version of Out on the Weekend, and he opens with Out on the Weekend, and he does Heart of Gold, and he tells the story behind Old Man, and it's kind of weird to hear these songs, and not hear the big round of applause of recognition, that songs like Heart of Gold and Old Man would get for years to come. And another thing, that is kind of weird is that the audiences in England are very respectful and very, very quiet. They don't, or at least in the early days, didn't get wild and crazy. And much like the audiences in Japan. And so it's kind of disconcerting to listen to these songs and not hear the not hear the applause of recognition that they get otherwise. And so as far as the other material, he only does and he mentions this in the show, is that he kind of apologizes for the amount of new songs that are in the show, because I guess he knew that some people would like to hear his old stuff, but he only does two old songs, Don't Let It Bring You Down, and I believe Dance 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 was about a year old, and he would close the show, his 71 shows, with Dance 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 quite a bit, and really there's, the DVD is an exact copy of the CD, so that's why I decided to just combine them, because there's really no difference in the CD and DVD. And I had seen this show on the internet, but it's nice to have it on DVD, because I think it is an important document for this period, and and you know and so I hope you enjoy it, and I give it 5 stars.